Carl Jung said that every dream is a secret message from your soul, not a random flicker of the brain, not a meaningless fragment of sleep, but a coded letter from the unconscious, written in the strange, symbolic language of images. Think of the dreams you've had that stayed with you, the ones that woke you up at night, heart racing, the ones so bizarre you laughed them off, yet they haunted you throughout the day, or the recurring dream, coming back again and again, as if demanding to be heard. Jung believed none of this is accidental. Dreams, he said, are not empty noise. They are the authentic language of the unconscious. They carry truths you can't access in waking life because your conscious mind is too limited, too afraid, too distracted. And here is the key. Every dream is a bridge. On one side stands your conscious self, the persona you wear each day, the one who goes to work, keeps responsibilities, manages appearances. On the other side lies the unconscious, a vast ocean of forgotten memories, repressed emotions, hidden desires, unclaimed potential. When you dream, those two worlds meet. The unconscious doesn't use logic or words, it speaks in symbols. A crumbling house, a wild animal, a stranger's face, a broken object. To the conscious mind it looks absurd. To Jung, each detail is charged with meaning. He taught that ignoring your dreams is like refusing to open a letter from your deepest self. But if you dare to read them, to face their strange symbols, you unlock a path toward transformation. Jung believed that every dream has a purpose. Some comfort, some disturb, some terrify. But all of them seek to restore balance. They reveal not what you want to hear, but what you need to know. So let me ask you this. What if the dream you had last night wasn't random at all? What if that scene you shrugged off this morning carried the key to a fear you haven't named, a desire you've buried, or change you secretly long for? Dreams are not distractions, they are maps, not chaos, but guidance. And every night, your soul speaks in symbols, waiting for you to listen. Carl Jung once said, "Dreams are the whispers of the soul when the mind is silent. Maybe it's time to begin listening." Carl Jung believed that dreams are not meaningless leftovers of the day. They are the most authentic language of the unconscious, messages written in the imagery of symbols. To understand why, we need to look at how Jung saw the human mind. He described it as layered. The first layer is the conscious mind, the part you use daily to plan, decide, and maintain your social roles. This is the part of you that knows how to navigate the external world. But beneath this surface lies the personal unconscious. Here live the memories you've forgotten, the emotions you pushed aside, the experiences you didn't fully process. It's the place where you store what feels uncomfortable or unnecessary in daily life. Yet, it never truly disappears. And deeper still, Jung identified something extraordinary: the collective unconscious. This is not just yours, it's shared by all of humanity. It contains archetypes, universal images and patterns that appear across cultures and times. The hero, the mother, the shadow, the wise old man, the child. These archetypes shape myths, religions, movies, and yes, they appear in your dreams too. This map of the mind is why Jung gave dreams such importance. When you dream of a house, a journey, a storm, or a stranger, you're not only tapping into your personal experiences, you're also expressing universal themes that belong to the human story. But what do dreams do? According to Jung, they function as balancers of the psyche. Your conscious mind may be leaning too far in one direction, ignoring emotions, denying fears, overemphasizing control. And the unconscious responds with a dream to restore balance. If you spend your days acting like you're in total control, you might dream of crashing, falling, or losing power. If you suppress your emotions, you might dream of floods, explosions, or overwhelming forces. If you avoid conflict, you might dream of battles, arguments, or dangerous figures. The unconscious is not punishing you. It is showing you the hidden energies you need to acknowledge. This is why Jung called dreams compensations. They compensate for what consciousness leaves out. They make visible the blind spots in your daily awareness. And here's something essential. Dreams are never literal. They don't give you instructions in plain words. They speak in images. Death in a dream rarely means physical death. It usually points to transformation, the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. Traveling may symbolize growth or transition. Meeting someone from your past may mean reconnecting with a part of yourself you've lost. Jung compared dreams to a theater of the psyche. Every character on stage, the friend, the stranger, the enemy, the child, is a fragment of you. Some are familiar parts you embrace. Others are shadow figures you deny. But all of them belong to your wholeness. Imagine what happens when you start to see dreams this way. You stop dismissing them as nonsense. You start seeing them as messages, as guides. The nightmare becomes a wake-up call. The strange, surreal image becomes a symbol of something alive in you. The recurring dream becomes a signal, a message your unconscious refuses to let you ignore. Jung taught that the greatest task of life is individuation, becoming whole, uniting the conscious and unconscious, embracing both light and shadow. And dreams are one of the most direct tools for that journey. When you ignore your dreams, you live cut off from half your reality. But when you open yourself to them, you enter into dialogue with the soul. You begin to live in two worlds at once, the outer world of daily tasks and the inner world of symbols, archetypes, and meaning. Dreams, then, are not random. They are not distractions. They are doorways. And each time you step through, you move closer to the person you're meant to become. Imagine this. You wake up before dawn, breathless after a disturbing dream. You were behind the wheel of a car, driving down a long, unfamiliar road. Suddenly, the car started to swerve. The steering wheel locked. The brakes refused to work. The panic was overwhelming. Just before the crash, you jolted awake, heart pounding. At first, you tell yourself it's just a nightmare. But as the day unfolds, you can't shake it. The images return again and again, like echoes. Later, during a meeting at work, the manager announces a restructuring. Your mind starts racing. What does this mean for me? Will I lose control of my role, my security? In that moment, the dream comes rushing back. The out-of-control car isn't just about a road, it's about you, about the fear of losing control in your waking life. Carl Jung taught that this is exactly how the unconscious speaks. The dream doesn't give you a direct warning in words, it gives you a symbol. The car is not really a car, it's your life path. The road is your journey. The loss of control is the hidden anxiety you've been pushing aside. Dreams transform emotions into symbols. They take what you repress during the day and stage it at night in the theater of your mind. Jung said that every figure in a dream, the stranger, the friend, the animal, even the objects, represents a part of you. The unconscious dresses up your inner world in costumes so that you can see yourself from a new angle. Let's take another example. A woman dreams of a house. Sometimes the house is empty. Sometimes it's filled with people she doesn't recognize. Sometimes it's falling apart, broken, almost dangerous. Jung would see the house as a symbol of the dreamer herself. Each room is a part of her psyche. If the house is abandoned, it may reflect areas of her inner life she has neglected. If it's crumbling, it may show an identity that no longer holds. If it's crowded, it may symbolize inner voices competing for attention. Or imagine a man who dreams of being chased by a wild animal. He runs terrified, but the animal never stops. Jung would say, that animal is not an external threat. It's an inner instinct, raw energy, anger, or vitality that he refuses to face. By running, he's not escaping danger. He's escaping himself. This is how dreams work. They show you truths you can't or won't admit in daylight. They confront you with what's missing, with what's denied, with what must be integrated. And here's the crucial point. The dream is not your enemy. Even the nightmare is trying to help you. It shocks you awake so that you'll finally face the part of yourself that needs attention. It's not punishing you, it's guiding you. Think of a recurring dream. Maybe you've had one. A place you keep visiting, a fall that never ends, a conversation that repeats. Jung said, recurring dreams are like alarms. They will keep sounding until you listen. They are persistence made visible. Your soul will not stop knocking until you open the door. Now imagine what it would mean if you started treating these dreams differently. Instead of dismissing them, you welcomed them. Instead of fearing them, you listened. Instead of running from them, you asked, what is this trying to show me? Jung believed that ignoring dreams is like ignoring half your life. But engaging with them transforms you. It opens the possibility of dialogue with the unconscious, and that dialogue changes how you see everything, your work, your relationships, your fears, your desires. So let me pause here. If you've ever had a dream that stayed with you, if you've woken up and felt the weight of its mystery, this is your sign to take it seriously, to write it down, reflect on it, and let it teach you. And if this resonates with you, take a moment now to like this video, share it with someone who also wonders about their dreams, and subscribe to the channel. That small action helps bring these messages to more people, so together we can learn to listen to the voice of the unconscious. Because here's the truth, there are no meaningless dreams. There are only messages waiting for your attention. Dreams are letters, they are compasses, they are maps. And every night, your soul sends a new one. The question is, will you read it? Carl Jung said that true freedom begins when we stop reacting mechanically. With dreams, that means moving from a passive stance, forgetting them, dismissing them as nonsense, to an active dialogue with the unconscious. Dreams are messages, but a message only transforms you if you open it, read it, and respond. The question is, how do you actually work with your dreams? Jung's approach was not about quick answers or rigid interpretations. It was about relationship. He saw every dream as a living voice of the psyche. To honor that voice, you need practices that invite it into your daily life. Here are 5 steps to begin. Step 1, record immediately. Dreams are fragile. Within minutes of waking, the details fade like mist. Jung encouraged keeping a dream journal by the bed. The moment you wake up, write everything. Images, emotions, even fragments. Don't wait until breakfast. Don't filter or polish, just capture. Even small details matter. The color of a shirt, the shape of a room, a word spoken. Sometimes the smallest symbol holds the biggest meaning. Step 2, notice the symbols. Jung taught that dreams never speak literally, they speak in symbols. If you dream of a house, ask, what condition was it in? Was it safe, broken, abandoned? If you dream of water, ask, was it calm, flooding, endless? If you dream of an animal, ask, what qualities does that animal carry for me? The key is not to look up a dictionary of dreams, but to feel into the symbol personally. A snake for you may represent fear. For someone else, it may mean healing and renewal. Step 3, connect to your life right now. Dreams are not detached from daily reality. They are commentaries on it. Ask yourself, how does this symbol reflect what I'm living today? Falling may connect to insecurity at work. Being chased may reflect avoiding a difficult conversation. Meeting a stranger may symbolize a new aspect of yourself emerging. The dream's language is symbolic, but its subject is always your life. Step 4, listen to the emotion. Beyond the images, what did you feel? Fear, relief, sadness, joy? Jung emphasized that emotions are the direct language of the unconscious. The dream may wrap itself in metaphors, but the feeling is the core. Pay attention to it. Sometimes the emotion is more revealing than the storyline. Step 5, respond consciously. A dream becomes transformation only when you respond. Reflection is not enough. Action integrates the message. If you dream of losing control, ask, what small step today could help me regain balance? If you dream of anger, consider, where in my life am I suppressing healthy boundaries? If you dream of death, reflect, what chapter of my life is ready to end so something new can begin? Your response doesn't have to be dramatic. It can be as simple as journaling more honestly, having a conversation, or letting go of a habit. What matters is to act in a way that acknowledges the dream. When you do this consistently, something shifts. You begin to see patterns. Recurring dreams no longer feel random. They reveal themes your unconscious refuses to let you ignore. Symbols evolve. A nightmare that once terrified you becomes less threatening when you realize it is part of you asking for attention. Jung believed that dreams are acts of creation by the unconscious. They don't just reflect problems, they hint at solutions. They point not only to wounds, but to hidden strengths. Every dream is an attempt by your psyche to move you closer to wholeness. This is the heart of what Jung called individuation, the lifelong process of becoming whole, integrating your conscious identity with your unconscious depths. Working with dreams is not about control. It's about dialogue. It's about meeting your soul halfway. Imagine if you gave just 5 minutes each morning to your dreams, writing them, reflecting, asking questions. In weeks, you would start to notice deeper self-awareness. In months, you'd see connections between dreams and waking life. In time, you'd realize you're not alone in your struggles. Because every night, your unconscious is speaking to you, guiding you, insisting you grow. Dreams are not riddles to solve once and forget. They are ongoing conversations. And when you respond with curiosity, humility, and action, they become companions on your journey. Carl Jung said, "The dream is a little hidden door in the innermost and most secret recesses of the soul. Through that door, you meet not only what you fear, but also what you are meant to become." Carl Jung believed that dreams are not just about the night. They are about the whole of life. Each image that rises from the unconscious is a mirror of the soul, reflecting what you've lived, what you've ignored, and what you are still becoming. When you begin to pay attention to your dreams, you realize something profound. You are not simply interpreting strange pictures, you are reclaiming lost pieces of yourself. Each dream is like a shard of a broken mirror, and with each reflection you gather, a clearer image of your wholeness emerges. Jung often said that what you avoid most is precisely what you need to face. And dreams are the perfect messengers for this. A nightmare may show you anger you refuse to admit. A recurring dream may reveal an old fear that still runs your life. A bizarre, uncomfortable symbol may uncover a part of your shadow, the hidden self you push away, asking to be integrated. This is the paradox. By confronting the difficult material of dreams, you don't become weaker, you become more whole. By listening to the shadow, you grow into more light. Now consider how this affects your relationships. How often do you project onto others what you haven't recognized in yourself? You feel jealousy, and you blame the other person, but perhaps the real source is your own insecurity. You feel judgment, but it may be a part of you you've rejected. Dreams often reveal these same dynamics in symbolic form. Someone chasing you may represent your own fear. Someone rejecting you may mirror your self-criticism. When you connect the dots, something changes. You stop treating other people as enemies or saviors. You start recognizing that much of what you see out there is also in here. This awareness makes you less reactive, more compassionate, more grounded. But Jung took this even further. Dreams, he said, also connect us to the collective unconscious, the shared reservoir of symbols and archetypes that all humans carry. The hero, the mother, the trickster, the shadow, the wise old man. These figures appear in myths, religions, stories, and yes, in your own dreams. When you dream of a powerful figure or a dark enemy or a mysterious child, you're not only processing personal experience, you are stepping into universal human themes. You are touching the same patterns that have shaped humanity for centuries. And here's the astonishing part. This means you are not alone. The dream of falling, the dream of fighting, the dream of meeting a stranger in a strange place, these are not yours alone. Millions before you have dreamed the same. Millions after you will too. In your most intimate unconscious experiences, you are still connected to the human whole. This is why Jung saw dreams as sacred. Not only do they heal the individual, they remind us that we belong to something greater. A dream is both a personal letter and a universal story. It is your psyche speaking, but it is also humanity speaking through you. Now imagine the impact if more people lived this way, not ignoring their dreams, but listening, not running from the unconscious, but inviting it. Jung believed that when individuals face their inner shadows, they also help lighten the collective shadow. When you integrate your anger, your fear, your shame, you relate differently to others. You contribute to a society less driven by unconscious projection, less trapped in cycles of blame. This is why he often said that the transformation of the world begins with the transformation of the individual. Each dream you integrate is not just personal growth. It is part of humanity's growth. Each shadow you accept is not just your healing. It helps reduce the shadow we all carry. Dreams, then, are not distractions. They are assignments. They are reminders that you have work to do, not just for yourself, but for those around you. So let me ask you, what dreams have lingered with you? What symbols keep returning? What feelings wake you up at night? These are not accidents. They are invitations. Carl Jung believed that every dream, no matter how small, carries a spark of the divine, a touch of mystery, a whisper of soul. And when you listen, when you open yourself, you not only become more fully yourself, you become part of a deeper movement, one that connects you to the timeless story of humanity. So take a moment now, like this video, share it, subscribe, and most importantly, comment below. What is the dream you will never forget? Because your story may not only help you, it may illuminate the path for someone else. Carl Jung taught that individuation, the process of becoming whole, is not about escaping the shadow, but about learning to walk beside it. And dreams are perhaps the most faithful way this shadow presents itself to us, not to frighten us, but to guide us. Think about it. How many nights have you woken with vivid images imprinted on your mind? A house collapsing, an animal chasing you, a journey that never ends. How many times did you brush them aside, calling them just dreams? Jung would say, there are no just dreams. Every image is a fragment of your psyche seeking recognition. The collapsing house may be an inner structure no longer serving you. The animal may be your instinct, your raw vitality, running behind you because you refuse to face it. The endless journey may reflect the restless search for meaning. Daylight consciousness has limits. It gets busy, distracted, focused on the external. But when night comes, the unconscious has the stage. It brings forth what you've silenced, the anger unspoken, the grief unprocessed, the joy denied. It also brings your hidden creativity, your courage, your potential. This is why Jung saw dreams not just as reflections of the past, but as seeds of the future. A dream can reveal not only what you fear, but also what you are becoming. It can point toward possibilities you haven't yet considered. Individuation, he said, is not about perfection. It is about wholeness. It is about recognizing that you are light and shadow, reason and instinct, order and chaos. And dreams are the nightly invitations into that wholeness. To walk the path of individuation means listening. It means waking up not only to the external world, but to the inner one. It means writing down your dreams, honoring their strange language, sitting with their discomfort, and daring to ask, "What part of me is speaking here?" When you do this, life begins to shift. You find yourself reacting less automatically because you've seen the hidden triggers inside. You find yourself treating others with more compassion because you recognize their struggles as mirrors of your own. You begin to feel less fragmented because the parts of you that were once strangers start to come home. And here's the larger truth. In a society obsessed with noise, productivity, and distraction, listening to dreams is an act of resistance. It's a return to the sacred. It's choosing to honor the whispers of the soul over the demands of the clock. Carl Jung said that every dream is a secret message from your soul. When you open yourself to those messages, you realize you've never been alone. Night after night, your unconscious is reaching out, guiding, correcting, encouraging. So here's the invitation. The next time you wake with a dream, don't dismiss it. Don't rush past it. Write it down. Sit with it. Ask what it wants you to see. Even if you don't understand right away, the act of listening itself is transformative. And if this video has spoken to you, take a moment. Like, share, subscribe. And in the comments, tell me, what is the dream you can never forget? The one that has stayed with you, echoing through the years. Because maybe in sharing it, you'll not only open a door for yourself, but also for someone else who is listening. Dreams are not riddles to solve once and discard. They are companions for life. They are guides that walk with you, step by step, toward wholeness. Carl Jung reminded us, the journey is not to escape the shadow, but to walk with it. And dreams are the map. I see my shadow.